Now let's talk about why they're not so hot. Okay, volatility, it works both ways. The volatility can lead to incredible gains times 10, times 100, times 1,000. But it can also lead to unexplained falls. So like I said to you with the Digibyte example, Digibyte went up to 0.000786 earlier, and then literally in the last hour, it's plummeted to under 600. So from nearly 800 to down to 600. Why? What's happened? And that is the volatility that you also get with cryptocurrency. It can work in your favor and it can also work against you. All right. But we're going to be talking more about hedging your bets later and investing in more than one, because what you will normally find is that they balance each other out. When one is doing really badly, one is doing really well. And then the next day, the one that's doing really well drops and the one that was doing really badly goes up. And that is just what happens. It's unreliable and unpredictable. Okay, so in some instances, you can look at the market conditions. Right, Digibyte and Minecraft, they're coming together in 10 days' time or 15 days' time. And what that means is that the value is probably going to go up. But if you look at another coin where there is nothing that seems to be giving any indication of where it moves or where it goes, it's very unpredictable. You don't know where it's going to go. So you are literally just shooting in the dark. It's like betting on a horse. You like the sound of it, you relate to it, you invest in it, okay? But it's so unreliable and unpredictable that you kind of think, oh my God. Because some days you'll see something going right up, you'll go on YouTube and there'll be a particular stock, let's say Ripple, okay? Everybody's all of a sudden talking about Ripple and you invest a ton in Ripple. And then next day, plummets majorly. And you kind of think, for God's sake, what about all those people saying Ripple was going to be the next big thing? All of a sudden it's plummeted. Why? So it's unreliable and unpredictable, but it does add to the excitement of cryptocurrencies. Security. Now, security is a big thing. Okay. Now, cryptocurrencies attempts to be, the whole buying and selling of it attempts to be as safe and secure as possible. So wallets, which I'm going to be speaking about in a little while, wallets, the place where you store a lot of your money and deposit money, they are insured, they are encrypted. The wallet providers try to be as secure and make the environment as secure as possible so that there's no way you can lose your money or it being hacked or something like that. Device authentication. So some of these cryptocurrency websites, they want you to firstly sign in on the website, and then they will send you a verification code on your mobile, and you've got to also enter in the verification code. So you basically need your mobile access and email access to be able to get in. And that is good, because you know that unless somebody has your mobile or your email address, then they can't log in. They have to have basically stolen both off you to get in, okay? So they try and make these cryptocurrency websites, try and make it as secure as possible. But like I said, this stuff doesn't really happen. Doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. But what I'm saying is that it has not happened. And as a result of that, that's not a good enough excuse, in my opinion, of people not going into it. But it is there as a concern. Gambling, okay? What you're doing with cryptocurrency investing is playing a gamble with your finances. You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, being brutally honest, you do not know what's going to happen. Unless you've got a crystal ball or amazing mystical insight, there is no way you can know what is going to happen when you invest in stock. So essentially, you're gambling. Could go up, could go down. It's like going to the roulette wheel. You could win, you could lose. It's the same thing. And that is what stops people from getting into the cryptocurrency game, because it can get addictive. If, let's say, you invest $100,000 into a cryptocurrency and you lose it all, you'll invest more to try and make it back. It becomes a dangerous cycle. So I've got to tell you of the risks, because that is ultimately what can happen with cryptocurrency trading. It is a massive gamble. It's a huge game of Monopoly. you're playing with money. And the money doesn't feel real because it's digital. Okay, you haven't got the pound, dollar bills or coins in your actual hand to know what you're throwing away. And so this gambling becomes a bit of a game. And because of perceived speculative value, so essentially, because a stock can go up literally because people think it's valuable and they're speculating, that can lead to big losses. Okay? So you have to be very careful that you don't fall into a trap where you are broke and you're trying to make money to pay it back or get some of it back and you just get more broke. All right? So there is a form of gambling. It is a form of gambling in a way because you're playing a game. But as I said, this adds to the excitement. And as long as you are putting on as much as you're willing to lose, then it's fine. Okay? But don't put so much on that you'll lose something valuable, like a house, a car, something else, a limb. I don't know what. But just make sure that you are gambling with what you're prepared to lose. And that is why cryptocurrencies are so hot, and also explains the reasons why they're not so hot and why people get frustrated and what the negative sides are to cryptocurrency trading and investing. So I hope that that's enlightened you, and I will see you in the next lecture.